My father was doing, you know, well known in Hong Kong lace company, Swatow lace company, with factory in Swatow. You know, we have factory and then have tablecloths, handkerchief, you know, all the embroidery. And we travel, and then father liked to travel. When we were young, we were not, you know, we have to learn. He likes horse riding, so we rode. When we were young, in Peking or in Shanghai, we always riding the donkey. You know, in when we were young. One thing, my father was very, very strict. Yeah, very, very strict. We're not allowed to go out late. And then even boys here at the Helena, really, we're very, very, I mean, he's very strict. Adequate manner and everything. And then when we eat, and then after dinner, if we want to leave the table, we have to say, Mommy, Daddy, and we'll be excused. All this, you see, we're taught like this. Very strict family. We're not allowed to go out late. No young, no boyfriends. I could study in St. Paul's convent school. In the school, and they were playing, you know what you call the girls, they don't call basketball, they call netball, you see. We were always active and field trip, you know, running and all this, you see. We used to. I was quite athletic. And then I have another, my sister, who's 18 years or 16 years older than I am. They also study in the same school. We always got together. And even we went to St. John's College, St. John's University, we always went together. And then I left Hong Kong in 1940. And then the war broke out. Yeah. Remember the war broke out? Yeah. The next year, 41, in Hong Kong was occupied by Japanese. I was in Shanghai, and my parents were in Hong Kong. And then I lived with my brother. My brother got there, eldest brother, in Shanghai. And we went to, we have to transport to school. We went to school by bike. I still remember the horrible time when it was winter. It was so cold. It was so cold. We have to, you know, bite against the chilly wind. So cold and all this. And when we sit down go into the classroom, was so and much warmer. Really, we got the snow bite or something, wind bite. So cold, and then we could hardly write, you know. I wanted to be a doctor, medical doctor. I've seen a lot of operation and all this. You know, a lot of people afraid of blood or something. I wasn't. I'm not afraid of anything. I've seen a few kind of operation, but because you see, in a high school, in Crown Convent School, you have to get into grade 12, like grade 12, you see, to get biology or to get into chemistry or something. I didn't have it, you see. I only studied 1 year or something in biology and no science at all. That's why, and I gave it up. So I wanted to be a doctor, you see. I regret it. I didn't take on, you see. I didn't study. So then I said, well, why not? And then I say, why don't you? When I went to the university, I said, okay, better take education. So I took the exam, I passed the exam, I got into St. John's. I finished the credit, that's why I finished so early, 44. I was very happy there. And then that's why the professor likes me so much, and then, you know, and we get special group and always, you know, discuss and all the things, papers, theories, and all this, you see. Well, a lot of boys go after me. I know, I for sure. lot of boys like me, and then if they go something a year ago that something I just different. That's why one time I remember I don't think I kept the letter, the newspaper. One time I was shocked to find, those gossip paper in Peking, in Shanghai. They say that in Chinese, of course, in Chinese paper at that time. And then they say, Aussie, my surname is Aussie. Two sisters, they were two very popular in school. And then I say, and they were talking, so many were so stuck, talking about me and my sister. They said it was too stuck up, so stuck up. You say, if you cannot afford or something, or always they have to take us and have to take us to a first class place. We don't go anywhere than that. And very stuck up, and then very hard to, we're so proud, and then something like that, you see. Wow. We don't, not achieve, and all this and that. Short. Some people, I didn't read, some people gave it to me. Said, look, they wrote about you two sisters. And all boys, I said, okay, we go out, just friends. If you want to take me, okay, we go out. But when if they are really getting serious, I have to tell them, you see. One of the boys even wanted to commit suicide in front of me, bunch of sleeping pills and all this. Say, Helena, because I can't get love, and I grab it and immediately drained it off in the toilet, put it out. 90-something, I went back. 79, I went back already, and my heart was broken. No more the St. John's. I love my school. No, all changed. They all changed. You see, in China, you see, Communist China took over. Yeah. 79, and I went, and that was time. The first time I went back, I was heartbroken. No more my lovable school, my good memory, all this. And then we don't have to go to the park, and then we drove by and all this. That was the first time, and second time I went back, and I took my children over. I said, well, this is my school, but no more the same old one. And I taught the boys, they were big boys, you see, and they were something else, looking, and they wrote me some words or something. And in St. Joseph, Hong Kong, A class, they have all kind of mixed class, mostly they're Caucasians, you see, or something, mixed. They just came out from the concentrated camp. Oh. Physically they were big, but mentally they have to go back to grade 8, grade 7. I think I taught grade 7 or grade 6. When they up, you see, grade 9 or something. And then the children, and then of course I was young, and I got some paper note, you see, inside my desk. It said, Miss Orr, but in Chinese name you say Orr, she in Canada. Couldn't help from looking at you or something like that. Also I thought, what I will remember. So of course I brought back to the principal, the priest, you see, the Brother John. He said, oh, no, I'll change. So the next year, I taught grade 7. Taught them grade 7 instead of high class, and then all Chinese. That's why, two of them in here. One is accountant, one is also retired, 70-odd years old. We go to the same church. His wife now always takes me out or something. I taught St. Paul's School, the girls. I was very strict to them. No matter sit, how they sit. If they don't sit properly, I say, sit properly. And then recess time, once in a while, I search their bag, the school bag. They went down and I searched. Actually, I'm the one more powerful, more authority than Sister Felicity, the headmistress. More or less, I'm the one, the head of the school. You see, I'm the one who make decisions and doing this and that. They were so afraid of me, and they would hurt my shoes, my walk. Mrs. Ken, Mrs. Ken. When I was in Hong Kong, when I was 14, already I met my husband. I was 14. And then I met him in 1940, and 41 the war broke out. And then he was in Hong Kong, and then he went to Chongqing, and he graduated from Georgetown University.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we wrote each other non-stop. He always wrote to me, even after we got married. After we got married, and then we were every day in the States. Even it took that one letter took more than a month.
Wow.
Wartime. Had to go through Chongqing, his brother, and then redirect it to me. All this, Japanese cannot, state or something. And even no matter how long, how difficult, he got the letter. He got his letter. You see, he always wrote to me, and I wrote to him, and he won my heart because of his devotion. I tell you what, we've been married for 60-odd years. 67. Then we know the Immigration Commissioner of Canada well. He said, Raymond, my husband's name Raymond, you want the family, you go ahead right away. I can sign right away. We came in July, and I start to teach, not even familiar, and I never cooked in my life in Hong Kong. Never even boil water. In Hong Kong, I have a cook, I have a maid of cleaning stuff, and I have a nanny, and I have a chauffeur. So I never bother anything. So when I first here, what have I to do? My husband put me here. We found a house in King Edward, the first house, and whatnot. I didn't even know to do, and my neighbor, Chinese, so good. She came over. They said, you from Hong Kong? I said, yes, and I would talk. And then she came once or twice a week, and then, you know, and iron the clothes for me. I didn't even do anything. I was so desperate. And then the commissioner, Canadian commissioner came to my house and said, Helena, you got so many maids in the home in Hong Kong. How come your house and then you do? I said, yes. He said, why don't you? I said, can I do it? Can you ask your maid to come? And then my maid, then in only 69 January she came.
Wow.
And I taught, when I first came. In September I started teaching with my credential and all this, St. Patrick. But it's different. In Hong Kong, I'm somebody, all this. But here, in East Side too, that time, children, and then the nice head here, dirty and all this is here. And then you have to prepare before you go home. Next day, in case you will be absent. You see. So, I taught few months, and then I got hives.
Oh, wow.
Went to see the doctor. He said, it's a nervous, you're going to be nervous breakdown. If you don't stop, you have to do this. And then in lunchtime, I have to take sandwich. In Hong Kong, we don't take sandwich. Eat sandwich. And I have to swallow and then go to the playground to watch those students in case they fight or something, Oh yeah, and then I got all the hives and all this, couldn't sleep at night. And when doctor said, if you want to kill yourself, you continue on. So I have to break my contract.
Oh, wow.
So then the letters, I said, because of my health. So ever since I never teach anymore.